We are going to start with a wood chop motion. So you're going to have your hands together and going from outside of your knee up across your body. So what's happening is you're going into a squatting position. You're twisting your whole torso to the side, and then you're traveling up across your body. And this is a slower motion, and you really keep your core tight the whole time. So this is what we're doing today, is a version of this. And what we're doing a lot of today is core work that is not on the mat, standing core work. So if you keep your core tight while you're doing this and rotating all the way from one side up across the other, you can really feel those rotational core muscles engaging. Good. Important to keep those arms locked out straight too. Good. And follow your hands with your eyes. It's going to ensure you get a good twist there. Good. All right. And now let's take it to the other side. So dipping down on the outside of your other knee, traveling across your body diagonally up to the ceiling. Good. All right, keep it up. Keeping that core tight here. Excellent. All right. So next up, we're going to go into a forward lunge with an overhead reach. You're going to take a lunge forward and reach above. Now, what I want you to pay attention to, let's do lunges all on the same side right now, is that your feet stay about hip width or wider apart. So like you're standing on train tracks, and when you take that one leg forward, it stays on that track, right? It doesn't cross over to be in front of or close to your other foot. Like you're standing on train tracks and stepping on that one track with the leg that's going forward. Excellent. Morning, Ev. Okay, keep it up. So what would somebody be surprised to know about you? Is the question I have. I grew up in Indiana. My first job was a corn detasseler. Literally, when I was like 13-year-old Coach D, riding in between the rows of corn, taking tassels off. So I think a lot of people wouldn't know that about me, or expect to know that. What about you, Becky? Something somebody might be surprised to learn about you. What about that you have two beautiful twins? Okay. Liz and Jill, I'm sure you have some nuggets. Okay. Julie, what about you? We're headed to the wall now, just one arm, single arm chest press. So we're just kind of warming up those shoulders. So just take one hand. It's like you're doing a wall push-up, but you're just using one hand. So we're gonna take, and you can take one foot forward if you want, but Julie, let's hear it. Yeah, that's not something everyone can say for sure. All right, let's switch hands on that chest press. Carla, what about you? Rebel girls unite. Okay. All right, just a couple more seconds on these chest presses. Switch arms again. Catherine, what would somebody maybe be surprised to learn about you? Well, I'm glad you knew what you wanted, right? And nobody would know that about you. And now we know. All right, awesome answers. I'm gonna try to get through, we're gonna start the workout, but I'll try to get through a few more of you as we progress in the workout, because I'm curious to hear what your answers are. So for starters here, you're gonna grab a weight that you would use for a bicep curl, but lighter, right? Because we've got, this block is about 9 minutes long, and it's very bicep heavy. So go lighter, just a couple pounds will be probably enough, 2 to 5. And you can always pick up a different weight when we're partway through if you feel like you want to modify. So grab a weight, also a heavier band. We're going to start with that heavier band around your ankles. For 1 minute, we're going to be sidestepping while we hold an isometric bicep curl. So that's going to be holding like this, weights at the side, not moving. And then you're going to be in a semi-squat position, stepping to the side. So you'll just, whatever space you have, step to the side. And when you run out of space, step to the other side. So this is going to be for about a minute. And we're going to do a couple other exercises after that. We're going to go fast feet with an isometric hold, and we're going to go high knees with an isometric hold, but we'll be actually curling too. So let's get started here. Grab your bicep weights, grab your band for your ankle, and get in your starting position. We're going to hold like this and start the side step. This is going to be for 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, and go. So this is a strength workout today. So everything we do, if you remember the last strength workout, slow and controlled. Good. So the side stepping is slow. And when we start lifting some weights, that'll be slow. Good. So right now we have light weights. I did recommend heavier weights for further down. We're about halfway through here. Further down the exercise list. And the point of today is to get to a point of struggle. So I may suggest 10 reps or 12 reps. But honestly, if you don't feel like you failed if you only get to 5, 6, 7 reps, because I want you to have 3, 2, 1. Okay, so kick that weight off or kick the band off, keep the weights, and you're gonna go fast feet. Keep that left arm bent, right arm can hang at the side. Good, left arm is bent, right arm is just hanging there. Good. All right. And 3, 2, 1, keep the fast feet, like head into a bicep curl with that left side. Okay, good. So yes, back to the goal for today. The goal is to, when you are really working towards strength, the more that you feel that push against the weight, the bit of a struggle, the more you're working towards strength gains. So the point of having a little heavier weight today, even if I say, okay, we're doing 10 reps of this, and you get to 7. If you've gotten to 7 and you've gotten a good struggle in, that's success. So just keep that in mind and switch sides. So high knee marching, right bicep curl is just holding. Good. Excellent. Okay. Right arm is curling in 3, 2, 1. Keep that high march. Let's start the curl. Good. Okay. So we are approaching the end of the first round. We're going to go for 3 rounds in this particular block. So starting in a couple seconds, we're back to band side step. So I want to grab your band and put that around your ankles. I got brand new red shoes, so you guys can see my feet better, maybe. That's the goal. I like red shoes too. Okay, so we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Isometric hold with that lovely side step. I like seeing everyone just kind of slow motion move across the screen. Like we're all trying to sneak around for something. Sneaking around for stronger muscles, right? That's what we're doing this morning, halfway. All right, looking good. And 3, 2, 1. Kick that band off. Heading into fast feet with that left isometric curl and go. So there's a few times today we're going to be holding weight in front of ourselves like this. And the key is to not let it pull your body forward. So what you really want to do is intentionally squeeze those shoulder blades together, like you've got a walnut you're trying to crack in between your shoulder blades, and start that curling with the left arm. Keep up with the fast feet. And you'll notice automatically, once you squeeze those shoulder blades together, that the exercise feels a little different. You're working some more posture muscles, you're helping really engage that bicep more. All right. And high knees in 3, 2, 1. Hold that right weight in the same spot. Excellent. All right, this is one of those ones that kind of builds. So at first, you may be like, oh, I'm doing this with a couple pounds. It's not. And then third round, I think you'll really start to feel it. And go ahead and curl if you haven't already. I'm starting to feel it. Knocking the biceps out early today. Awesome. Keep it up. We are headed into the last round here. In 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so let's get that band on your ankles for one last time for the side stepping. All right. So we're going to start that side step in 3, 2, and 1. Hold those weights. You've got a little serving platter in front of you. Excellent. Nice. Really challenge yourself to sit down a little bit into that squat as you're sidestepping and take little tiny steps, keeping a lot of tension on that band. Good. Last 15 seconds. All right. In 3, 2, 1, kicking that band off. Done with that for now. And fast feet with the left isometric curl. All right, keep it up. And switching to the curl. Woo, my bicep is on fire. I don't know about yours. Whew. Okay, hold on to it. The last 15 seconds on this side, then we're gonna switch to the right side. And 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Okay, so the right is holding it still as you go into your high knees. Okay, we've got about just over 30 seconds left here before we have a nice, at least 90-second break. So just keep on moving. You've got this. And go into those right bicep curls. All right. Last time for these today. Keeping those shoulder blades squeezed together. Excellent. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. All right. Great work. All right, I'm going to do a little demo while we are resting for a little bit here. So the one and only time we're going to be on the mat today, and if you don't have a mat out, really all you need is maybe a pillow under your knee. We're going to do a bird dog punch. So you're going to be on all fours like this or on your forearms like this. You're going to take your band, and you want to do a really light band. The leg that doesn't have the band around it goes out straight. And then you are punching with the arm on the opposite side where the leg is out. All right, we'll do this together again in a minute, but I just wanted to show you a little preview there. While we're recovering for the next round, Christy, what would somebody maybe be surprised to learn about you? People do like bacon, so I can see how that would be surprising. Okay, great. So we're going to need the band for that first exercise. We're going to do wood chops like we did in the warm-up, but with weight. So that's going to be whatever weight you choose. You want to be able to have your arms straight as you go to one side and come up across your body. So whether that's like 5 pounds, 10 pounds. If you can't get your arms up, keeping them straight, then you need to lower the weight. This is a really good rotational core exercise that you'll feel if you keep your core tight while you're doing it. And then the last but not least in this round of exercises in this block is going to be a squat to overhead press. So we're going to be going down to a slow squat and then a slow overhead press. So whatever weight you want for the wood chops, whatever weight you want for the press, and then a very light band for those bird dog punches. And so we're going to do 10 reps. Now, like I mentioned before, if you get to 5, 6, 7, and that's it, you can't do any more, that's fine. I just want you to really challenge yourself to be pushing hard against that weight. And we're going to do about 3 rounds of these exercises. So if you don't get the right challenge of the weight on the first time we do it, you're going to get another chance to go through the exercise and maybe modify what weight you're using. So we're going to go for about 10, 12 minutes here on this block. So let's get started with, take your light band and we're going to head to the mat. Take that band just above your knee, and then you're either on all fours like this or on your forearms like this, and taking one leg out, you're pressing out. So this is just 5 on each side. So that's what I mean about being difficult. Go ahead and go if you haven't started. 3, 4, and 5. So if that felt really easy, like you could have gone to say 12 or whatever on that side, next time around, you want to choose a heavier band. All right, so now take your other leg out straight behind you, and you're pressing out with the opposite hand. Good. And 3, 4, and 5. Okay. All right. So we're going to grab weight for the wood chop next. So this is slow and controlled. We're going to go 10 on the right side and 10 on the left. You want to feel good challenge here as well. Be able to keep your arms straight. So let's start at the right, go down to that little bit of a squat, and travel up across your body. Good. Slow and controlled. 2, 3, keep your core very tight. This is a great one for, I don't know if anybody here is golfers. 4, 5, but getting that rotational strength is really important. 6, important for all of us though. 7, because we move in all different planes. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, switch sides. It's also okay to change your weight up mid-rep or mid-set if you feel like you don't have the right weight. And other side. 1, 2. Lots of wood choppers I see. 3, 4, 5. Nice, slow and controlled. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Oh, okay. So next up, we're doing that slow squat to an overhead press. So whatever weight you have, keeping it at your shoulders here as you squat down. So let's get started here for 10 of these. Slowly lower and then slow up. Good. 3, 4. We're so in unison. We're like a bunch of synchronized swimmers here. 5. Excellent. 6. Keeping your core tight on the whole squat. 7. All the way down and up. 8. 9. And 10. Okay, we did one round. Starting back at the top. So taking that light band, change it up if you feel like you didn't have enough resistance or you had too much resistance last time. Taking it around right above your knee. And then you're heading to the floor. Start. This is just 5 on each side. Start by sticking one leg out behind you. And then go. 5 presses forward. 1, 2. So much harder when you do it slow, right? 3. Slow, controlled on the way back. 4. And 5. So we're doing a lot of things here. Balance, core work. You should be tight in the core like you're doing a plank when you do this. And get that band on the other leg. Stick your one leg behind you, out straight, tight core, and press. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, okay. Time for some chopping of the wood. Right. So we'll start with the right wood chops. Remember, you're going down into that squat and start to the right side. and you're bringing it up across your body. And 2, 3. Follow that weight with your eyes. 4, 5, 6, 7. Just going to mention again, it's not a failure if you don't get to 10. You want to just try working 8 until that point of fatigue. Or maybe you can't do another 1 or 2. And switch sides. Slow and controlled from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. Anybody else shoulders killing them? 6. Feeling it. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Slow squat to overhead presses next. Off we go. 10 or less of these, and go. Slow, and up. 1, 2, 4, 5. Good. So another thing about structuring the workouts this way, you're probably finding out with this block, because of similar muscles used among the different exercises, you don't need a lot of weight. These muscles are getting a lot of work in the shoulders and the arms with everything we do, and that's 10. So it's one way to modify if you want to use heavier weight. Let's do the band exercise one more time. And take it right above that knee. In other words, we're not in the gym adding plates to the machine we're working on or picking up heavier dumbbells, but the way we're compounding the work by using these specific exercises in a row is achieving some of that same result. Okay, well, the leg is out behind you. Last time doing this, press with that arm out in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, switch sides. All right, leg straight out behind you, and we're pressing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Whew. Wood chops. Take your weight. And by this point, there's a lot of fatigue, so if you need to do a few reps without weight, that's fine too. You choose your own adventure. Okay. Right wood chops, so going into that squat, taking the right weight outside the right knee, and slow up across your body. Good. 2. Arms stay straight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, switch sides, left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, it up. 6, 7, keep that core tight. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, last exercise before we take a break here. Squat to that overhead press. Off we go in 3, 2, 1. Slow squat and press. Looking great. Keep it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 2. 1 and 2. Whew. That was tough. Feeling that. All right, so we're gonna rest for maybe a minute and a half here or so. Get a drink of water, and also whatever heavy weight you've come up with for today, that's what we'll be using in for the rest of our workout for the most part. I have a grocery bag with a bunch of my wife's old medical school textbooks in it. So heavy. That's what I'll be using. All right, so yeah, the question was, what's something that people might be surprised to learn about you? Yeah. Okay, I did not know that. Definitely would not know. Fun to be surprised to learn about you. I did know that, but then again, I know you outside of Fitcamp, so I have a little advantage there. So heavy metalhead. All right, let me explain what's going on. This next block, we're going to be walking lunges the whole time, but it's just shy of 5 minutes. So we're going to be holding our heavy weight either in front of us or to the side. And for the side, if you're using what I'm using here, this bag, you kind of will need to go like this and cinch the bag up a little bit so it's not hanging down as close to the ground. Because when you lunge, you don't want it just like immediately bumping into the ground. So you'll need to kind of like cinch that handle up a little bit. As we go, you'll figure out what way works best for you because we're going to be doing it a few times. So, all right, let me get our timer started here. Okay. All right, so we're going to be going for 30 seconds with each hold position. And then we'll switch to a different holding position for that weight. Okay. So we're going to start with a front carry. So if you want to carry like this or like this, doesn't matter, as long as the weight's close to your body. And go ahead and front carry and walking lunges. Remember what I talked about with the lunges when we warmed up today. Those legs are staying far apart when you lunge, like you're walking on those train tracks. Excellent. And switch to the left carry, left side, in 3, 2, and 1. Right. So we want to keep your core really tight here because we're doing this weight on, we got a lot of lopsided weight on one side. Switching to the right side in 3, 2, 1. So it gets to be a really good core exercise when you have this lopsided weight because like this, we're carrying on our right side now. You want to fight against your body's tendency to be pulled to that right side. You're doing a little extra core work to try to keep your body up tall. without being pulled off to the right. Switching to the front carry in 3, 2, and 1. Here, remember what I talked about with holding that weight in front of you? This exercise changes for the better when you squeeze those shoulder blades together. It helps you stand up taller, which in turn is safer for your back and also works those posture muscles more. Okay, left carry. Right, and when you step forward and stand back up, every time you go to stand back up, really driving your focus through the heel of that front foot. That should be where your attention goes as far as what you're powering through on that foot is the heel. Switch to the right. Okay, keep it up. After this, we just have one more time through each carry position and we're done. All right, so just about 90 seconds to go here. Switch to the front carry. Last time for the front carry. Squeezing those shoulder blades. All right, looking good. We have just 1 minute left before we rest here and switch to the left carry. All right, almost there. Keep going. And we're switching to the right in 3, 2, and 1. Final 30 seconds. Keep challenging yourself to go far down in that lunge as you can comfortably go. Good. And really focus on not letting your body be pulled to that side where the weight is. Okay. Just a few seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. You should feel like a beast now. Whew. That was a lot of carrying. And you did great with that. Okay. So let's rest for another minute here. I'm going to demo the last block of our work here. This one will need a chair for one of the exercises. So my recommendation for everything here is going to be reps of 12. And if it's something that's done on both sides of the body, it'll just be 6 times on each. So for halos is the first one. And that is where you're going to be taking this heavy weight again and passing it around your body 6 times to the right and 6 times to the left. Now you may be looking at me and thinking, well, that doesn't look too hard. But there's some things happening here that I want to tell you about with the core. So in other words, the tendency, if you were just passing around, would be to kind of like go back and forth with your body like you're hula hooping or something. So cut that out. I want you to be really tight in your core. The goal is going to be like anti-hula hoop. You want to be as still as possible. And that's going to require like that plank-like tension in your core so that when you go around your body, see, very still. And it's going to be a slower pass, All right, so we're gonna do 6 to the right, 6 to the left. The next is gonna be a single arm chest press. So again, use your heavier weight because you're only doing 6 on each side. So really want you to be challenged here. If you don't have dumbbells and you're using a bag, it is a little bit not perfect in the way that when you're going up, the weight's gonna rub on your arm a little bit, but for 6, it's gonna work for you. We're just doing 6. And then goblet squats are gonna be next. You're gonna have that front carry position and you're gonna be going into goblet squats. And the last but not least is a bench row. Here again, going a little heavy because you're just doing 6 on each side. You're gonna bend over, keep your core very tight, and then you're rowing slow up and down, okay? All right, let's get to it. This is gonna take us to the end today. So we have probably just about 1.5 times through here before we are finished. All right, so let's get started with the halo. Grab your weight, core tight, and let's pass around to the right, so clockwise. 1, 2, 3. Yep, keeping that body still. 4, 5. See, it's a little harder than it looks. And 6. Passing to the left now, counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so you're on the chair, just your head and your shoulder blades are on the chair. As you could see earlier when I was demonstrating, this part of your body is suspended. So you're actually doing some extra core and glute work to stay in this position. We're gonna start with 6 on each side. Slow and controlled. 1, 2. It's easier if your palm is facing in towards your body. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Switch weights to the other side. And going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. All right, goblet squats. Get that good front carry position. You want to carry the weight high, right against your chest here. And let's go into a slow squat for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Core is tight, chest is up nice and tall. 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 2. 11 and 12. Okay, bench rows. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, butts out behind you, squeezing your core and pulling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, 6. Okay. All right, well, you're in luck. We have time for halos. Let's head into it. Passing clockwise to the right. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that body still. And 6. All right, switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. All right, we're going to do a chest press, and then we go into our stretching after that. So let's head back to the chair. Get in your position, starting with 6 on one side. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We did it. All right. Good job, everyone. Let's get a little chest stretch going right out of that chest press. It's going to feel good. So find your wall or door frame, place your hand on it, and rotate your body outwards away from the wall until you feel a good chest stretch. Okay, excellent. So Thursday, we've got another kind of strength-based workout, but it's a little different style. All right, switch sides. It's going to be timed work instead of counting reps. So maybe not as heavy a weight, but you're working to a fatigue point. It's another way to work your strength. Okay, switch sides again. And in just a few minutes, I'll have some special guests appearing for our meet and greet today. For those of you who have the time to stay, switch sides. All right, let's pay attention to our legs. Lots of lunging and squatting today. So let's get into, you can stretch out like this. And another way, if you want to do that, you can put your foot on a chair and stretch too. If it doesn't feel good to pull back like that, you can always put your foot back on a chair. Okay. And switch sides. Right. Everyone did really great with the strength workout today. Okay, so we're stretching the arm across the body like this. This pulls right into the deltoid and the shoulder, which we worked more towards the beginning of today, if you remember, with that, all those wood chops and the punches and the overhead press. Got a good workout there. Switch sides if you haven't. All right.
You have a dog coming too. Oh my goodness. So, she likes to talk a lot. Emails sound coherent. Like before I send them out, she's the best proofreader.